Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spiritual Essence. And I've talked about demons and angels before, but I wanted to do a more in-depth video on each because very few people know about demons and angels and what are they all about and where do they come from. And while I admit I don't know all the answers to them, I do know a few things, and I would like to share that with you. So the first video I'm going to talk about is demons because those are a hell of a lot more important to deal with. They can be hell, and there are so many people out there who are probably dealing with demonic situations out there that don't know what to do. And I would like to help in any way I can. So let's get down to business. First of all, what is a demon? A demon is an extremely negative spirit whose sole intent is to torment you to the point where your aura breaks down, and they can slip inside and take over your body, and then, of course, continue to torment you until you eventually kill yourself, and then they can take control of your soul. Now, why would they want to do that? Well, believe it or not, demons on their own are actually very, very weak. Negative energy by itself is actually pretty weak. It's low vibrational. It can't really affect too much unless it gets more power. So demons are very dependent creatures. They're dependent on energy from outside forces in order to gain strength. Demons exist in the lower levels of the astral. That is where the negative human spirits are, as well as demonic entities. And they can come into our lives in a few ways. There have been instances of people who probably weren't the best people in life who have had near-death experiences where maybe they died but were brought back and they slipped down to the lower levels of the astral, but they came back with an attachment. And there have been instances of that. And not just demonic spirits, but also negative human spirits have followed them back. But demonic spirits are usually in places here on Earth where negative stuff has happened, like really, I want to say violent stuff like murders or sacrifices, or just places where a lot of violence has taken place. All that negative energy piled up together opens up a portal to the astral where these demonic spirits can actually get out into our plane, and they're drawn by the negative energy. So people who go to supposedly haunted locations that have had a lot of deaths, a lot of murder, a lot of violence, are very much at risk for bringing back with them a demonic spirit or two. So a demonic entity, once it attaches itself to you, you might not even know at first. They can be very subtle. And once they get back to where you live, they're going to start causing disturbances. Disturbances that maybe keep you up at night, make you feel tired, and of course, drain your energy. They're going to try and cause drama in the family. If you live with others, they are going to try and turn you against each other. In any way possible, try to make fights happen so that they can start absorbing this negative energy to try and get stronger. A demon that is fresh in a household, that hasn't had the chance to stir up negative energy, can be more easy to deal with than one that has been in a house for many, many years and has had a lot of time to build up strength. And if there are like human spirits that are already in the house, then they've most likely taken control of them. They will use them to cause disturbances, which will, of course, cause the person or persons to start getting angry, upset, sad, and the demon will feed off that until it has enough negative spiritual energy to do damage on on its own, you know? So demons are definitely not a good thing to deal with, but they have to be dealt with one way or another. If it has gotten to the point where they have broken down someone so much that the aura has completely shattered, and the process of breaking down a person until the aura is completely broken is called demonic oppression. And this is the process where they'll torment someone until they find a weak point in the aura. It can slip in for demonic possession, which is completely taking over a person's body and using this person's body to cause harm to not only the person who they are possessing, but also anyone around them. And with the sole purpose of eventually having the person they're possessing take their own life so that they can get a hold of another soul so that they're not so weak. Now, there are demonologists out there who can help. Like, not all ghost hunting groups are equipped to deal with demonic situations, but many of them may be connected with demonologists who can help. And demonologists, in turn, are usually connected with the church, connected with people who have done exorcisms before. I will say this, that exorcisms should not be done by someone who has no idea what they're doing. In fact, in the Christian faith, it is actually illegal for anyone to do an exorcism without the Vatican's consent. That's how dangerous they can be, because other people who are performing the exorcism can get hurt, and the person who is possessed can also be hurt, and people have died during exorcisms. So it is a very serious matter and should not be taken lightly and should not be performed by someone who doesn't know what they're doing, because it can end up very bad for all involved. Demons, flat out, aren't really good. Well, that's an understatement. They are evil, and they are not to be trifled with. Demons, where do they come from other than the astral? Like, what do I think? Where do they spawn from? Where do they originate from? Well, you guys know my belief on the One, my name for the creator of the universe. While I believe that angels are the light side of the One, and they're here to help, of course, with every force, no matter how high up they are, no matter how divine they are, is going to have a negative side too, because positive and negative sides balance this world out. One cannot exist without the other. So what I believe is that demons come from the One's negative side. You know, good and evil, light and dark, yin and yang. It is present in even the One. So that's where I believe they come in, why they exist in this world as well as the next. I don't think there's any way to really, like, destroy them. I mean, they're spirits. You can't really destroy them. But you can dispel them from your life, at least, and send them back to the spirit world where they belong, the lower spiritual planes. That's not a place that you want to be anyway. So, that's my take on demons. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, maybe something that I didn't cover and you would like to know if I know, put it down in the comments, and I look at the comments every day. I would be glad to answer your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and I wish you all a safe spiritual path, everybody. Watch out for demons.